there's a discrepancy in our healthcare system right now. And our healthcare system doesn't really provide health care. It provides sickness care. And so what's happened is I think we have this gray area. People seek their doctor out when they're sick. They don't have a means to go to the doctor to find out their true level of health. And so if you go and you have your wellness check, and your labs are normal, and you may still be having symptoms, but you still come out of there and you've got this clean bill of health, and your symptoms are sort of pushed aside because they're not obvious enough, or they don't actually present as a diagnosis. There's not a name that can be placed on those symptoms yet. And so we kind of ignore them, and we continue to ignore them. So maybe your blood pressure is just a little bit high, but maybe that's just the day, or maybe they say it's just because you are having white coat syndrome, you're in the doctor's office. But the body's changing. The body's trying to accomplish balance internally. And how do we find out when is the body really struggling with that internal compensation? How do we know where it's compensating? How do I know when it's different for me than it is for you, or for your friend Mary, or your buddy Jack? Because every body compensates differently to the stressors that are presented in life. And so people don't know that there's a very simple test. It's over 100 years old, the 24-hour urine analysis, and we use it every day in our practice. And it tells us exactly where the body is pushing back when it's stressed with these everyday stressors, mechanical, emotional, and nutritional stressors. Now in our office, we run a weight loss clinic, and so we focus on the nutritional factor because we can gain some footing there. We can control what we eat in our diet. And if the body is spending less energy on nutritional stresses, then it sort of shores it up to put those other energies into the emotional or the mechanical stressors that may be playing a role in the deterioration of their health, if you will. So we're restoring energy to the other areas, and we're improving the diet, and we're looking at how that internal environment changes by using a 24-hour UA to look at those food choices and the effects that it has. We put the food in. The body doesn't say, hey, you're putting food inside me. The body says, hey, there's a foreign object or a foreign substance coming into us. What are we going to do about it? It treats it as a pathogen. It gears up your immune response. And so if your body can't digest that food properly, then that immune response that has now been triggered continues to be triggered. And if it's always triggered because of digestion and nutrition, it can't function as optimally as we would like it to if there's a disease or an illness that has to be taken care of. So we're compromised. And some people get sick all the time. You know who they are. I'm sure we all have friends like that. And then there's some people that don't ever get sick at all. And it's really a reflection of how the body is maintaining that balance internally. So we look at that. We find that out, and we'd be happy to do that for you. We want this to become the norm in our community. We want people to have a means to assess how healthy they are. We don't want our community waiting until it's sick, because we know that the healthier we are, the happier we are, the nicer we are to everybody in our community, all the people that we meet every day. We want that for our community. We want to be the community that is an example for everybody else. That's what I want to do for you, and I hope you'll come and see me and let me help you do that too. Take care. I'm Dr. Ann.